Okay, so we are jumping into a new segment for this episode, and we're going to probably keep going with these. Well, things that we learned, the big reveals, the big plot points. We had a lot of questions unanswered from the last episode. Did we get any answered? What ones were we left with? What questions do we have now? So the first one is that big reveal was that Arthur was a former avatar of Khonshu.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big reveal, is that Arthur actually has experience with Khonshu and therefore like has a leg to stand on when it comes to his hatred of the god.
I think that's the biggest reveal of this episode.
Yeah, it was definitely a
Right,
really big
yeah.
reveal.
Mhm.
And next one is that the Egyptian gods use humans to fight their battles. We talked about this a lot in this episode, but just to reiterate, that was also something that we learned, was that the gods don't fight their own battles, they use avatars to do it.
Mhm.
And that kind of just connects back to the idea of like maybe they don't have their power in this world.
Yeah.
This one was, I thought was pretty cool, was that Layla was helping Mark find the scarab in the first place. I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty
Yeah.
cool, that she kind of was his partner and was his equal in a way.
I mean,
Which
if
is,
she
again-
knew like
Mhm.
he was Moon Knight, I'm sure she was there when he died.
Mm-hmm.
So she would have saw it in his
Mhm.
like transformation to become Moon Knight.
As willfully ignorant and annoying as she was to Mark's personality disorder, I wasn't a fan that she didn't believe him, but I still forgive her because she was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm confused about all that, because if they've been married and she's just now finding out about Steven, did he just develop this like
I think he
recently,
did.
or was he just really good at hiding it?
I think he
like,
just
were
developed it.
Okay, is he recently becoming Moon Knight and then developed this along with becoming Moon Knight, or like
Yeah, that's a good question to ask for the later episode too. Is like, how did Steven come about?
I have a
Right.
different theory on that, actually.
Ooh.
I personally think that Steven might have been from a different universe.
Oh,
That did blip out when Thanos snapped, and Mark died before they re-snapped everyone back in.
Mhm.
So because Steven and Mark are the same soul from different universes, it brought Steven to Mark's universe.
Wow,
That'd be crazy.
that'd be really cool. That they're just like two individual souls that converge into one body.
Right.
Which would explain why Mark is in his head, but there's also multiple personality disorder and schizophrenia that we also work with here.
Right.
Yeah, and in the comic, it's the multiple personality disorder, but it may not be the case in the show. There may be another
Mhm.
reason for it. Interesting. Big reveal: Layla is next in line to be Khonshu's avatar. That's going to play a huge role in Layla and Mark's plot line here. That is a huge factor.
Does Layla know that? I forgot.
No, I don't think she
I don't
does.
think so.
I feel like
I
she would have
think-
been a little bit more. Oh, I was gonna say I think she'd be a little bit more understanding, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I think she'd be like, so you're just gonna put me in the
Because
corner
she
because you're
definitely
afraid.
doesn't know why he like left her, because she thinks that he just is filing a divorce, but he's like, no, I left her because I'm protecting her. So she may know maybe some things, like I don't know.
Steven also when because Mark said if you give her that scarab, she dies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that she doesn't know.
Probably, which is why Khonshu and Mark are trying so hard to protect her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The next reveal is that Mr. Knight from the poster is Steven, showing a
Yeah.
divide
Yeah.
between every iteration of Moon Knight, which is really cool.
Yeah, that is
Avengers
super
Campus
cool.
also does drive that idea home as well.
Really.
Khonshu takes over people who have already done bad things in the past. Big reveal there. So what did Mark do? I don't know.
For real.
What
Mercenary.
did Steven do?
Mercenary. What did Steven do? Arthur wants to join Amit to eradicate all evil on Earth, creating heaven for everyone. Which we kind of knew from the first episode. There's like a whole refuge of people who also agree
Mhm.
with him.
Yeah.
The refuge was really cool. Hey, Jared, Did you get the soup reference?
Yeah.
Did you try the lentil soup? I
good
heard it was
soup.
good.
It's good soup.
Gracias, Victor.
It's good soup.
Good soup. The cane Arthur has was the Sky's just
He's over
done.
it.
He's just not even reacting. The cane Arthur has was the first gift that she gave to her first avatar.
Sky
is-
said bye.
That Arthur that Amit gave to her first avatar, which begs the question for me is who was the first avatar? And we kind of had a theory that it could have been Kang. That another version of Kang could have been her first avatar. That would be a really cool way to tie that in. If like Jonathan Majors shows up in the show, we're all gonna lose it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all gonna lose our minds if he does.
If Kang or Aang shows up, no, just kidding.
Kang or Aang.
Uh,
Why are you laughing, honey? You've never seen Avatar. But Avatar. Kang or Aang.
yeah, that's why he made the joke.
Yep. Listen, I'm very tired.
I
I literally like went from work and sat in the chair. I have not done anything else. So the next reveal is that Khonshu owns Mark's body.
Jealous. No, just kidding.
Right.
We kind of already knew that
Interesting.
because like we already knew that he
We did.
died, and that was the reason he was brought back was because of Khonshu.
But it's just a very interesting way of putting it.
Yeah, it's not like a partnership. It's I own you. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like Venom and Eddie at all.
Right.
It's more like a master and slave thing, which is really interesting.
I don't think Mark's being forced to do it though. I think Mark
Mhm.
likes it.
Yeah, in a twisted way, I think he
For
does.
sure.
I think that's probably why Layla's so mad at him.
Well, I mean, if he didn't do it, he would be still dead. So,
Mhm.
I mean, there's that.
The smash mirror teleports Mark and reveals that he is now in Egypt at the pyramids. And oh, what a shot that was, right, Donovan?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Donovan and I were both like, oh.
This is for the girls and the gays.
This is whoa. We were like, oh my. It was really funny. So questions that we have is how did the conflict between Khonshu and Amit begin? That's what I want to know. That's my burning question. And then we brought back the question back around again. One more. We're gonna do it a third time, really, to let it sink in. Was Arthur the first avatar of Amit, or was it someone else? Kang.
I kind of feel like Arthur killed Amit's avatar
Ooh,
That'd be
Previous
cool.
one.
to
That
become
would be so
become
dope.
Amit's avatar.
yeah. If it's
Be-
Kang, I would want him to kill Arthur.
Because like Steven got a different weapon than Mark had. So
Yeah.
in my head, Arthur probably killed the avatar and took the cane.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah. And then is Arthur the one summoning the jackal, or is it Amit's power? Is Amit sending the jackal? Like, how much power
Well-
does Amit actually have?
I feel like Arthur is like using Amit's power to do it. Like I definitely don't think Arthur, I feel like at the end of the day, Arthur is just a human vessel who doesn't
Mhm.
have like powers. Besides like maybe his cane is kind of like his Thor's hammer, like you know, like that's kind of like his weapon that he uses and gives him power.
You know what would be a great plot twist is Arthur doing all this work in the name of Amit. And then when he finally gets to Amit's tomb, he finds a way to kill the god and
Oh
then
my
become the
gosh.
god.
That'd be crazy.
That's what Kang did.
Yeah,
That's the whole
I-
storyline of Kang.
it is.
I kind of think that's what it is. I think Amit is locked away, so Arthur has free control of her power.
Mm.
Well, yeah, well, they needed the scarab to free Amit, so that's what Arthur had, and that's why they're going to Egypt right now.
Mhm.
But is he actually? Can the scarab actually kill
Mhm.
Amit? Like, is that like what frees or kills Amit? So is he going to use it to kill Amit?
That's a good question.
I'm definitely on the page that where Khonshu and Mark is a master slave situation. I think it's
Mhm.
reversed for Arthur and Amit.
Mhm.
I think with
Mhm.
Amit locked away, she can't keep her power from Arthur as her avatar.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that reverse thing.
All right, that's a great prediction. I like this. I'm excited for this. But we're gonna jump into just a quick little like round of. Well, you know what? Let's just skip down. Let's do predictions for the next episode since we're on this prediction page. What do you think we'll see next week? We're in Egypt. What are we
So
seeing?
I think, okay, so we got previews and it looks like we're going to a insane asylum, which comes out of a comic where Amit actually created a whole insane asylum for Mark, and Mark knew like he had memories of being a superhero, but he didn't have powers. So I think we're going to go to Egypt in episode 3, and we're going to go to Amit's tomb, and there's going to be fighting and all that. We're going to find out the origin of how Mark became Moon Knight, and then he's gonna go to fight Amit, and then the episode's gonna end with him waking up in the asylum.
Okay,
That'd be cool.
that's cool. I would love to dig into more mythology. Actually, I think that'd be
Mhm.
fun. My predictions have been so bad so far, and I'm 0 for 1 right now. But I would love to do more Khonshu and Amit stuff because I feel like we got a little nugget, and I'm like, I want more. How did the conflict start? Like, where did it like? I want to know the whole story of that. I feel like that'd be really cool.
Mhm.
Do we think anyone who works at the museum was working with Harrow on the inside watching Stephen? The security guard, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
The
half
security
of
guard.
them.
Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of people in that area. Like it could be literally, and the boss could be one too. You don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Donna.
Donna.
Donna's sus.
No,
What do
Donna's
you-
too much of a bitch to do that.
Will we see more gods due to it being their resting place at the pyramids?
I hope so.
I hope
Me
so. I feel
too.
like we'll definitely see more gods. Maybe we'll
Anubis
see
would be
all 9.
fabulous. Yeah.
I hope they
That'd be
walk.
cool.
I hope he walks outside and we get a shot of like the Sphinx moving.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh.
That'd be cool. Do you think the show will set up certain gods that we'll see in Thor: Love and Thunder?
I hate that name. I'm sorry. I can't stand the name of that movie.
I'm interested to know why it's named that, but that's a whole different episode. That's the wrong MCU project to speculate about right now.
Personally, I don't think so because Gore, he focuses on the Earth is such a small place in like the universe, like he's going after the bigger gods, like he's going after Thor and things like that, not like Egyptian gods. But I mean, maybe potentially we could see some, interaction with, Khonshu and Gore or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't know, but
I'm thinking maybe they'll show the characters they may show up in Thor: Love and Thunder. But I
right,
don't think Thor: Love and Thunder is going to have a direct like reaction to I don't think that we're going to see anything in Moon Knight. I
right,
think
yeah,
Moon Knight's going to appear in Thor: Love and Thunder.
right,
Like
yeah,
some
something like
references
that with the
there.
god, yeah,
I think because Moon Knight is trying so hard to be its own thing right
its
now.
own thing, yeah,
It's trying
absolutely,
so hard. So I feel like Thor: Love and Thunder, like I feel like Taika Waititi doesn't care, and he'll be like, "Yeah, sure, bring him in."
right.
Due to the severity of the multiverse and all the demons and monsters trying to control Earth, could we see Doctor Strange getting involved in the end and reaching out to Stephen?
Mm,
It is nice that he's just trying to distinguish himself by saying Stephen with a V because we know it's Stephen
Yeah.
with a PH. I
Yeah.
think that's cool.
I feel like that's just, I mean, I know the finale is the day before Doctor Strange, but I feel like that's gonna be just too much. Like,
Mhm.
people are gonna be excited for Moon Knight. I feel like I don't know, it's gonna not separate them too much. Like,
Yeah.
Moon Knight's its own thing.
I think if Strange were, not that I think he should, I don't think, because again, like what I was talking about, Moon Knight wants to be its own thing really badly.
Mhm.
I think Moon Knight has kind of revered itself as your mom doesn't have to watch all 25 MCU projects to watch Moon Knight. Your mom can
Right.
just start watching. And so I think that if Strange were to make an appearance, it would have to be completely unrelated to what happens in Multiverse of Madness, because if it something happens in Multiverse of Madness, and God forbid one self-righteous person sees a spoiler from Moon Knight in Doctor Strange, we're going to hear about it.
Yeah.
We are going to hear about it. So I would prefer not to have anything related to Multiverse of Madness if Strange were to show up.
I don't think he would show up for that, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more for Midnight Suns, because
Yeah,
he's
more
the
for Midnight
leader
Suns.
of Midnight Suns, who controls Moon Knight.
Mhm.
Specifically, Doctor Strange controls Moon Knight
Mhm.
in the comics.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'd be such a cool team to have, because I don't like Strange as a sorcerer.
Mhm.
I don't think he's good with the Sorcerer Supremes. He's too self-righteous and
He's
too
more-
like,
He's more entertaining when he goes rogue.
yeah, exactly. That's why I want him more with like a team that is more rogue and more dangerous and fights
Mhm.
more, dangerous things and like creatures, rather than like fighting Wanda. Like, that's cool,
Mhm.
but I really don't care.
Yeah. Okay. And then more of a blanket statement. What do you think we'll see in future episodes? Like not just next week, but beyond.
I don't know what we're gonna see, but I know what I want to see.
What do you want to see?
I want to see an Egyptian flashback episode where they travel back in time when the
Ooh.
Egyptian when it was like the biggest civilization in the world.
Yes.
And
yes.
we
yes.
see the gods controlling the pharaohs and the kings, and
Absolutely.
That would be
I want a flashback episode.
Absolutely. Yes.
I don't think that'd be a full episode. I
Yes.
feel like that'd be more of a like,
A subplot.
yeah.
I'm
part
okay
of
with
an
that.
episode.
I
I'm okay
think
with
it would
that.
be a good episode to explain the fight between Amit and
Yeah.
Khonshu.
I feel like it would be like that would happen if like Mark is kidnapped in a pyramid somewhere and Arthur's like, let me tell you the story of how this all began.
I feel
Like,
like it would
that's
be.
what's gonna happen.
I feel like there's not enough time though. There's only 6 episodes.
True.
well, they have to explain it at some point. I don't know what else they would do.
Moon Knight the movie. No, just kidding.
Moon Knight the movie.
All right, let's for one final little fun round. Let's do some favorites, shall we, to finish it off?
Let's
Um,
go.
We'll do a lightning round. Favorite characters. I'm gonna start from what I'm seeing on my screen. Sky, go. Favorite character.
Ugh. Probably Steven
Steven.
so far. Yeah. Either that or Harrow. Harrow's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I'm the most. I don't think I liked Layla at first, but after talking myself into it, I think I like her now.
Yeah,
Like
she's
I
my
forgive.
favorite.
I forgive her for being a little bit annoying. She has every right to be a little bit annoying. Jared, favorite character.
Mark.
Mark.
Hmm.
Donovan.
Yeah, Layla is becoming my favorite character. She's kind of a badass bitch. But I
Yes.
also, I mean, Moon Knight, obviously, his costume, Mark as Moon Knight is so sick. Like,
Yes.
love it.
I think next week I will say my favorite character is Mark, but I don't know yet.
Mhm.
Okay, favorite scene. Sky, go.
Honestly, I don't really have one for this episode.
No.
No, there wasn't anything that really stuck out to me.
Mine was the first appearance of Mr. Knight.
The way
Mm.
they introduced him was cool.
That was
How he,
really
like,
it was,
fell
it was fun.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
that was
really
Oscar
cute.
Isaac's idea.
Was it really?
Yeah, I
That's
saw
cool.
something about that. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I don't want the basic superhuman fall.
Not
Superhero fall,
Steven. Not for Steven. Absolutely not.
You know,
All right. Jared, favorite scene.
I also don't really have one.
Okay. Donovan?
mine was the summoning of the jackal. That was pretty cool.
The jackal was
Just
fun.
seeing like the portal and the chanting. That was pretty cool.
Was there a favorite line or a favorite moment of like that kind of got you a little bit? I think I had one and I totally forgot what it was. Let me look it up real quick while you guys talk.
Mine is the what is it? Something like a bee, the sting like a bee when he was punching and then he was like Steven
Yeah.
with a V. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was something
That
like
was
that.
like
It was so
butterfly
funny.
sting like
he
a
like
bee.
rolled up his sleeves.
I'm
and-
Steven with a V.
Yeah, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm Steven with the V.
That was so cool. There's a line that Arthur says to Steven that blew my mind, and I'm trying to find it. So what Sky, go ahead and tell me yours while I'm.
I don't know. I don't really have any. Like, I don't remember a lot of the quotes. Like, honestly, like it's more the things I saw rather than the things I heard for me. Like, I like seeing all the tie-ins to like other shows. Like the GRC was cool. And just stuff with like the characters were interesting. I don't really have any like quotes that stood out though.
There was this line that Arthur said was very not powerful, but just kind of twisted, I think, in the way that he used it for his own game. Was the difference between medicine and poison is the dosage.
Oh yeah.
That's
That
fair.
was wild. That kind of like threw me for a loop for a second. I was like, you're not wrong, but I don't like you. So favorite action sequence. I'm gonna right out the gate go ahead and say Oscar Isaac fighting an invisible jackal. Go ahead, Oscar Isaac. He did that all by himself because they didn't want to CGI a jackal. Anybody agree, disagree?
Yeah, that's mine.
Mine was
I
the
mean, that's really
bathroom
the only.
scene.
The bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
It's still the bathroom scene. Either that or
I'm
the.
talking
the
about this
cart.
episode.
I mean, we're still going overall.
No, I'm talking this episode. We'll do overall at the end.
All right, fine. It's when he was trying to run off the bed and fell and hit his face on the ground.
That was funny. Least favorite moment. Something that people hated. Anyone dislike anything in this episode?
Layla,
The
I don't like
CGI
her.
of the jackal.
The
I
the
also
jackal
don't like
CGI.
Layla.
I don't like
You
Layla
don't?
at all.
I'm waiting. I'm thinking that I'm thinking we're gonna see more. I just see potential in her. I think because
Just for Layla.
Right.
No offense to Layla or to anybody who likes Layla,
I think her
but
writing was just bad.
I think she was put in so that people wouldn't say that it was a man-led series.
Yeah.
I just feel like the way they put her in was really random, and like it just felt forced.
I feel like the writing wasn't great for her because she was summon the suit. You know what to do, summon the suit. And I'm like,
Yeah,
shut up.
right.
No, he doesn't.
I'd rather see the way I wanted to see her. I didn't want her like introduced now. I wanted to see her like as a flashback and start as a flashback at the pyramids to see like what actually happened with her.
Yeah.
To then meet her afterwards.
Yeah. All right. And which episode so far is your favorite? We touched on this very briefly, but most of us said one, right?
Yeah, number one.
Number one.
Two.
Yours is number two.
I'm a 2. It's half and half.
It's half and half. By a hair, it's number one for me. By a hair. All righty. I think that's it, you guys.
Yeah,
You
I
did a
think
good
that's
job.
everything. I mean, there's a lot. I didn't realize how much there actually is for one singular episode, but yeah, I think we did it.
We did it. Good job, you guys. I'm proud of us.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, if you could please leave us a rate and review for this episode. If you have any Moon Knight predictions or comments you'd like to add, we have a Podbean. You can go ahead and drop that on either mine, Sky's, or Jared, or Jared's links in our bios. We have that there. You can leave comments and stuff like that. You could do that. We also have a Discord server as well if you would like to join that and hop in with your Moon Knight predictions. Redbubble shop is up and running. Sky's working on a new design right now. We have a new design already out, which is based on the iconic Jared Covert line, a hippo. So go check that.
Hippo.
So go check that out. Donovan will be back for episode 3 of Moon Knight next weekend.
Yes.
We talked about Sky and Jared talked about this last episode, but I'm going to go ahead and speak for myself. I'm officially moving to California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And with that being said, I also started my social medias back up and running. I am back. I took a little hiatus for my mental health. I thought it was gonna be permanent, honestly, but now that I'm back and getting my life together, I feel like I'm ready for it. So I am over at magic_with_Mida, MIDA, on TikTok and on Instagram. So you can go ahead and give me a follow there. I do little cut scenes of these episodes as well. So if you're either too lazy to listen to the whole thing or you want to know what's coming up, you can listen to those little reels there. Sky took some great pictures of me at Disneyland, and I'll be posting those as well. I also do my own photography. We're like a photography power duo. I also took my own pictures, and I'll be posting those as well. Yeah, anyone else have anything? Anything to
Not for
plug?
me. I'm good.
No.
All
I'm
right.
excited for next week.
All
Let's do
right.
this.
And with that, dream a fantastic dream.